Hey everyone, Tick here with IMS, and in this week's video we're going to do a quick continuation on our Google search engine knowledge. So last week we kind of discussed about different ways to make our search requests into a more intelligent and more precise request. This week what I really want us to focus on are some known caveats when using the Google or any of your other search engines of choice. Just because there is quite a few different types of malicious to annoying to sort of links that you can find while you're doing a Google search, and 9 times out of 10 they look very innocent. So what I'm going to do is just going to go ahead and start off with a very, very simple one, and that's going to be Amazon.com. Now, big rule of thumb is if you're not actually searching for a website and you know where you want to go, please do not go to Google and search for that website like Amazon.com, Walmart.com, Yahoo.com. Just actually go into your search engine and type in Amazon.com. The reason for that, and I'll show you that here in a bit, is that when you actually do a search for Amazon.com, we're going to get quite a few different hits. Obviously, Amazon's a big website, so there's going to be a lot of hits. But where I want us to be paying attention to is those first few hits that people are actually paying to get their ad on top of all the search engines requests, even if they're not the correct one. So if we look here on this top one, there's an ad for Amazon.com. I recommend to never click on these ads, just because sometimes malicious people can actually purchase that ad space, make an ad that looks exactly like a normal Amazon ad, and when you click on it, and this one happens to be a legit Amazon link, so that's good, but sometimes when you click on it, you're going to get kind of the typical, hey, your computer's been hit with a virus, please call this number. It's going to try and incite fear and panic into you right away. And so instead of thinking like, hey, who should I be talking to? You're going to try and call that number and try and get help right away because it looks like it's coming from Microsoft. I'll try and pull up a picture here and I'll kind of add that here at the very end, what that normally looks like. But if you do end up clicking one of those links, I want you always to take a moment, take a quick breath, and go, hey, who should I actually be calling? And that should be your IT provider. And if you don't have an IT provider, give us a call. I'll leave our contact info in the description of the video. And so that way you can actually go in, give us a call, and we'll normally hop on with you for that one-time quick connect and see what we can do to help and then kind of go from there. Next, what you're going to kind of want to see and steer away from is not necessarily just the link to Amazon itself. You're going to see these other ones that kind of look legit. So this next ad is Amazon online shopping. But if we actually look at the URL, it's going to info.com. Now, that is not a foolproof method. These can be kind of spoofed. So it could say Amazon.com and it could take you somewhere else. But when you click on these, what it ends up doing is taking you to a different search engine. And then you're just going to start getting all these other different things. So yeah, we still see Amazon, but this is an ad. And we get Temu, I don't know what that is, clothingshopping.com, Amazon. And so you can see here the first 7 results now are just ads. And again, these can be purchased by malicious bad actors, or it could just be spam and there to waste your time. So try and be very careful when you're doing those web searches. So what I always recommend doing is scrolling down. And as far as I know, all the Google ads have to show that they are an ad. So go down until you don't see the ad symbol by it. Check the link, hover over it to make sure it takes you to the right spot, and validate that it's actually their website. So this one isn't an ad. This one, we click on it, it takes us just to the main Amazon homepage. So that is kind of what we are looking for, and that's just kind of a quick tech tip for this week. Again, I'll kind of attach the picture here in just a second, what the normal scary picture looks like. Alrighty, so here's that image I was kind of looking for. So this is going to be kind of your typical when you click on a bad link on Google or your search engine of choice where it happens to be a malicious link, where normally it'll pop up and be like, hey, Windows Defender Security Center, we've seen this. This is the threat that it's detecting. It's normally going to beep at you, be loud. It's going to flash at you. And a lot of the times it kind of starts eating up resources, so your computer can't do anything else. Try and click out of it, try and do something with it, and it doesn't let you do that. So again, it's trying to incite fear and worry that you're not quite sure, hey, what am I supposed to be doing here? And they're going to try and hope that you're going to feed with that fear and call that number. And once you let that bad actor on, that's when the real disaster starts happening. So our goal is to try and avoid that. So if you do run into something like this, please contact your personal IT or try and get a hold of us. Normally what I do in these situations, if it happens to one of our clients, is I make sure to close the link, validate and clear the cache of the browser, and then I do a quick scan both on the computer and on the network to validate, hey, just to make sure. Normally this isn't a bad threat. Normally it is just a spam trying to get you to do something wrong, but we always want to be safe and make sure. So again, this is kind of a real quick tech tip, So just kind of following up on last week's video. If you guys do have any questions or anything in regards to how to be a better Google searcher, or how to kind of try and avoid more things when you're doing those Google searches, hit me up in the comments below, and we'll create that in that next video there. Thank you so much, everyone, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.